Thank you very much. Representative Margaret Doherty out of House District 35, Tigard and King City. I come to you from a little bit of different perspective. I also am not somebody who has been abused, but I was an educator for 10 years, worked in the education system for another 22, and even after retirement still work with high school students through the peer court in the city of Tigard, run through the police department. And so the issue with this is to protect children. And even as long ago as I taught, back when the woolly mammoths roamed the earth in the mid-70s to the mid-80s, I had high school students that had been sexually abused, but back in the 70s and 80s, we didn't talk about it, and the kids didn't talk about it. But they did talk about it 20 years later, and the effects that it had on them, period. And so what we're looking at, it's time to take this step with so many of the victims to seek justice for them. And like Representative Hunt said, it's not that we're, there's certain safeguards, there's certain protections, these kind of things, but whether something happened 10 years or 20 years ago or 7 years ago, I think it's very important that it be brought to the forefront. This is a change that is needed in the law. It's not that we don't have safeguards for abused minors now, but it doesn't go far enough. To age 24, to age 30, or to age 40, it needs to go even further than that. Some crimes are so heinous that time just does not heal them. And this is what we're hoping that this legislation will at least begin to get some sort of retribution and help. Because the bill is proactive rather than retroactive, it really won't, we don't believe that it'll create a lot of a legal mess. And what we're also looking at is that these are statutes that are in other states or statutes that work. I think the most important thing is we have got thousands and thousands and thousands of victims that, because of the circumstances when they were young minors or when they were teenagers, the crime was so heinous they just don't come forward. We realize that there's a lot of legal ramifications in this, but I think this is the sort of legislation that we need to look at the type of crime that it was, and to make sure that the victim does eventually get some sort of rest.
Committee, any questions? Representative Tomei.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Doherty, thank you both for bringing this bill to us, but I'm a little bit confused. You say the bill is not retroactive?
No, the bill is not retroactive. In other words, if a crime happened prior to this bill being passed by the legislature, it does not go back to that. It's just from this forward on. This point on.
Thank you.
From what I understand.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Further?
Anything else?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.